After a few weeks off, Pele back in action tonight. Kilauea erupted again, not even months after its last eruption. Took a pause.
Officials say magma never stopped moving in the underground chamber, so another eruption was bound to happen. But scientists, they didn't expect it this soon.
So far, the eruption appears stable. It started yesterday afternoon. Started off with some pretty impressive fountaining that's all contained within Halema crater. And that eruption has remained contained and stable within that crater. So in terms of hazard, we do not see any kind of activity migrating down the rift zones closer to residential areas. The lava is entirely contained within Halema, and that is obviously the best situation here at the summit. But we've seen for the past few months kind of a subtle increase in earthquake activity here at the summit. But then just over the past week, we've seen a couple swarms happening every couple days or so. And then yesterday, just in a matter of hours before the eruption started, is really when it ramped up. You know, it's hard to tell at Kilauea because there's so much kind of background earthquake activity, but it was really just immediately before the eruption that it became clear that, you know, things were imminent. Yeah, we know from the chemistry and whatnot that they have distinct plumbing systems. So they kind of tap different, magma chambers and sources. But because, like you said, they're neighbors, so they feel each other. They can exert pressure on one another. So the last eruption that ended, pretty close in time to the end of the Mauna Loa eruption, that may have been due to some kind of pressure transference, kind of, feeling that pressure from one neighbor to another. But now what we see on Kilauea, basically it's kind of doing its own thing, and that following the 2018 caldera collapse, we've basically been in this stage of caldera refilling. So, it's been very active. We've seen a lot of lava kind of refilling, and we're kind of just in this seem to be in this long-term refilling phase. So it's kind of following that expected pattern. Mauna Loa, it obviously, like we've seen over the past 50 years, it kind of likes to have take longer breaks between eruptions. But at Kilauea, there's activity, most of the time here on Kilauea. So, in a sense that this is kind of business as usual at Kilauea Summit.
A new map shows the extent of the active lava lake in red. The size is measured at 218 acres or 88 hectares. An island of older lava, shown in yellow, has not yet been overflowed with new lava. Scientists have installed a new webcam to keep an eye on the active caldera. Multiple eruptive vents on the crater floor continue to effuse directly into a lava lake sitting atop them, with the vents sometimes taking the form of domed fountains. The renewed volcanic activity is drawing thousands of visitors to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, where the eruption is viewable from almost all open areas around the caldera. Park officials say visitors can expect long waits for parking spaces at popular vantage points and to be mindful of the chilly summit temperatures.